R.I.P. boob lady. Rest in peace. I could never like survive as a crab fisherman. Like I could never survive as a crab fisherman. I would not be able to like spend weeks on end in a crab hauling boat, carrying crabs to and fro from the crab pit all the way to the, I don't know, merchant crab ships that would pass by. I wouldn't be able to handle a crab hauler's life. I mean, sometimes I think maybe I'm strong enough. Maybe I'm good enough to handle like the crab life. I don't think so though. I don't think I'm strong. I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't think I'm good enough. Ah, big boat. Why does he look like, you know when you play a video game and you see an NPC and they kind of look like they got stung by a bee? Why does that guy look like he got stung by a series of bees? The Queen Zenobia. Me when I'm going on a carnival cruise, but whoopsie doopsie, somebody released the biohazard from the old tank. Now everybody on the ship is disgusting and gross. Whoopsie doopsie, it looks like somebody walked into the Bermuda Triangle without being aware that it was the fucking Bermuda Triangle. I hate that we got the Bermuda Triangle, but we don't have any other weird shapes, i.e. like there's no crazy square or insane pentagram. When is Capcom adding a disgusting milk monstrosity to the series? When will Capcom let me finally milk Leon Kennedy? That's what I hear when you say that. When will Capcom finally let me milk Leon Kennedy? Put the little cow machine on him. The Pentagon exists. Oh shit, you're right, that's a building. Yeah, but they don't do any crazy wacky experiments in there. There's just bureaucracy. Babe, they just got bureaucrats up in there. Not even any crazy wacky monstrosities. Whoa, what a stench. Uh-oh, stinky. Man, looks like, oh my god, hey, do you see those skulls? All right, if you love being a pile of skulls, put your hands up. Nice. Definitely me if I was just a pile of skulls and hands. Oh no, the tar bomb blew up. Oh, good shit. Somebody finally released the tar bomb. Silly prank. It's like a fart bomb, but full of sticky ooze. What kind of ooze do you think is here? When are we gonna get a Resident Evil that's ooze-free? No more ooze, no more blood, no more slime. Just a Resident Evil game that's actually a resident who's evil. They could call that that could be the sequel. That could be the like full sequel to Hello Neighbor. It could be the Resident Evil sequel to Hello Neighbor. Get it? That looks like cum. I'm saying it. I'm not afraid of saying it. Lovely. Me when, oh man. My hole is irritated. I'm sorry. Fuck. You really had to do that imagery, huh? Really? You had to go with like the sticky icky in the hole? Like that? What the fuck did you just say? Let me run it by you again real quick. Me when my hole is irritated. How do I escape this? I keep pressing it. I want to leave this. I want to leave the irritated hole. Oh god, what if there's some creature in the vents? Would that not be sus? Did he not sus when he would vent? Did he not feel pain? That's one of the worst fucking things. Yeah, I'm always trying to one-up myself on the worst fucking thing scale. Ah, blood. Me when I'm crying. Oh. Man when he armed. Man when he full of bombed. Make his one arm skinny. Make his one arm long. So that's why his hole was irritated. I see. Oh, dual pistols. I got 2 phones. One for the zombies, one for the mans. Found out who made all that cum. Somebody was working overtime at the cum factory. Herb. Greer. Brendan, would you willingly do MK Ultra? Is that the mind control experiment? Yeah, absolutely. Rats. Big, juicy rats. Holy shit. You see the size of those sumbitches? They could eat a dog. Hey, who's your favorite 1990s to early 2000s women's wrestler? Is it Trish or is it Lita? Would you buy a Lita of Trish? Big, huge worm. As a worm wants to be, full of flesh, big old mouth. There's my swarm enemy. Oh, got him. Worm spotted. Worm destroyed. Oh no, he's alive. He's alive. Where's his biomass at? Can we kill him? Is he dead? There, he's shrinky. We deflated the worm. Worm deflated. Worm seen. Worm deflated. Ah. Now let me ask you something. If somebody handed you a sandwich and the meat inside looked like that, would you eat it? Yes or no? Does it depend on the person, or would you blindly trust them and eat the sandwich? Like, the meat in the sandwich looks exactly like that. Would you eat it? Okay. But what if your mom hands it to you and says, I made you some mom loaf. Would you like it? Does it have the teeth on the bottom? You can't tell. You can only see the top. But what if it was from your mom and your mom said, I made you some mom loaf. Will you eat this? Between 2 slices of bread. All right, let me ask you this. What if your best friend Kyle handed it to you and said, here's some yummy clown loaf. You're going to freaking love it, dude. And then he did a cool skateboard trick. Would you be more likely to eat it then? See, I knew the addition of a cool skateboarding friend would incentivize you to eat the meat. Joke's on you, idiot. Eating the meat makes you skateboard worse. Now you can't even do a kickflip. You can't even do an ollie. You're such a fool. Kyle bested you once again.
I think this is, some kind of Resident Evil Revelations. Do you know what a Resident Evil Revelations is? You must not. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Bye, Columbo. Have a great one. Oh my god, what if there's more Crab Man? Take a look at this Crab Man here. You can tell by the cartilage in the bone that he's a certified crabman. See how his feet twist around like that? Definitive Crabman behavior. Man! Let me in. Let me in. There's man in there. And he's got his shirt off, too. I'm gonna try to get Chris out. He can't hear me. Maybe if I give him a little Vaseline, he can wiggle his way free. What if Crabman fleshlight? What if you bought a fleshlight and had, I don't know, tickling teeth inside? Crabman! Don't do that to lady. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god, poor lady. Oh, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, bitch. He got the worm in him. And a Crabman spotted. Getting my ass kicked by a couple of Crabmen. Whoa! Boob? I don't know who the hell she was, but damn, Bazonga. Baba Hunga, they just got him out like that. R.I.P. Boob Lady. R.I.P. Boob Lady. Rest in peace. Dumbest fucking thing in the world, by the way. Dumbest fucking thing in the world. A Chris real doll. A Chris Redfield real doll. It was all a jape. Oh, that's right. Now we're out here in the fucking winter wonderland looking for Rudolph. If only we had some kind of reindeer with a bright red nose that could help us guide the way. Jessica, I think those dogs with holes inside of them may be infected. You think the dogs with holes in... Wow, Chris, astute observation, buddy. We're also proud of you. What kind of treasure would you like to find in a cave, chat? I think I'd like to find like a homemade mural to somebody's best friend who passed away. That'd be a really cool treasure, I think. Somebody be like, gems, Brendan, jewels, Brendan, idols, Brendan, ancient treasure. And I'd be like, I think I'd like to go into a cave and find a heartfelt mural. I think I'd really appreciate that. I think it'd be nice and cute. Gems, Brendan! More jewels, Brendan! More gold for the horde, Brendan! A potion, Brendan, on a pedestal, Brendan! I grab it and then a rock falls, Brendan. I have to run away from it. I just want to find a cool cave with like a heartfelt message. Just like a standard message about friendship, light, and love. Jewels, Brendan! Why go into a cave, Brendan, if there's no monetary gain, Brendan? Ancient treasure, Brendan. Where are my slabs of mystical power, Brendan? In the cave! Finding every Jackie Chan Adventures ring inside of the cave. Wearing all of them all at once so I have the mystical power of the Zodiac. I'm gonna do thing my way. Me when I break my leg. Leg don't even look that broke. Just stand up, idiot. You ain't even got the bone protruding out of the leg. Just stand up, dumbass. I'm not gonna be able to move. My ankle, it hurty. What about taking an herb for your ankle? Ankle hurty. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam and break 'em up regular. Too many dog. How many dog they got in the woods? You're gonna run out of dog. Don't tell me you got that many dog out there in the wood. It's too many dog. This is a buffet of bad boys. There she is. What a helpful, friendly friend. That's just too many dogs. They gotta have like a dog factory around here. You know, actually, what is like the standard, come here. What is like the standard amount of dogs to a pack? You're not in the woods. The woods are close by. Come on now. You're telling me these dogs are built different? Litter of 100 pups? This just doesn't make any sense. From an ecological standpoint, it just doesn't make any freaking sense. Oh, great. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about me. Thanks for helping me up. I really needed that. Leg brokey? No. Ankle brokey? No. Why were you just sitting there for so long? I don't know. Hey, Chris, why were you just sitting there for so long? You're funny. Chris had a swamp ass after leaving the fiery explosion of the plane, and it just felt really good to put his hot, sweaty cheeks on the cold, wet ground. Chris is like, nice. My ass did hurt, so this feels a lot better. Chris doesn't get swamp ass. Chris is to be Chris Redfield is to be human. Chris Redfield gets swamp ass. I'm putting my fucking feet down. Both of them. Stomping on the ground like a baby. Chris Redfield gets swamp ass. Guaranteed. Chris Redfield doesn't get swamp ass. See, also, Forest. Chris Redfield doesn't get swamp ass. He doesn't. He would never. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. You see him in Village with the fucking turtleneck and the coat on top of the turtleneck in non-freezing temperatures, and you tell me that man doesn't get swamp ass? With the turtleneck and the jacket on top of it? Scanned you. Putting you in my fucking scanners. I got those barcode scanners. I'm trying to make a monster. Putting you in my scanners machine. You won't be able to escape after I've captured you. Taking a photo of a monster, not because I think, wow, cool monster, but because my photo camera captures their souls and puts it into a phylactery with which I can do battle with. Bridge. That's what your grandma says when you ask her what kind of a card game is she playing with the ladies. Bridge. Or canasta. Your Nana playing hot, cool games that you'll never be able to play. Put your Nana in the metaverse now. I dare you. Get your Nana a VR headset. Let her play canasta in the metaverse. See what happens. She's gonna freak the fuck out. Strap a VR headset to your grandma while she's sleeping. And then she wakes up and it's like the Minecraft world. She starts freaking out. Be a horrible bit. Why did I say that? Dude, what if you go back to the, like, 1890s, right? And you find somebody and you hook them up with, like, the MetaQuest 2, you put it on their head and you boot it up while they're sleeping? And they wake the fuck up and they're in Minecraft. What if we just... See, this is why time travel would never be possible and will ever happen, because we would just use it to fuck with people from the past. Put the VR headset on this old man, see what happens. Dude, he's gonna wake up and he's totally gonna freak out. What? What is this place? Where am I? What ho, fair stranger, what ho? What is your deal? Putting George Washington in the metaverse just to fuck with people. What happened if I went back in time and punted the first Tiktaalik back in the water? See, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read that as what you said. What I read was, what would happen if I went back in time and I put TikTok in the water? And I'm way more concerned about that. There he is, Conan O'Brien! Why he have his teeth like that? There we go, finally, Jesus. He's still doing it. Cadet, are you okay? Oh no, Conan O'Brien has gone feral! Conan, what are you doing? Conan, those are the writers, don't eat them. Conan, please, leave him alone. More sketches. Conan, please, you have a podcast now. Get out of here. More power for Conan O'Brien. More vitality for Conan O'Brien. Keep feeding Conan O'Brien people. He needs more strength. Does that man kind of look like the Kentucky Gentleman? I'm gonna be 100% here. From RE, what is it? RE3 or RE2? I think they're from RE3, right? The Reptoids from RE3. Worst enemy in all of Resident Evil. Not even like in terms of like how bad they are, just how fucking stupid they are. Genuinely the dumbest fucking enemy in all of Resident Evil, maybe. Somebody's gonna think of like a worse one. But like earnestly, I think these fuckers are the worst. They're just dumb. Hate them. The Hunters, thank you. Dumbest fucking enemy in Resident Evil, I hate them. Anytime Resident Evil does one of those like horror, like styles clashes, really, like I said, honestly, the only thing, when I think like dumbest enemy in Resident Evil, I think of the Hunters. I think they're fucking stupid. Snake Man. Because, and I guess this is maybe why I think they're fucking stupid, is they kind of look like a Star Trek alien. from like a middling episode of TNG. Not even that they are from like a Star Trek episode, but like imagine a Star Trek episode where there is one of the hunters there and they're like hunting people in the ship. And that's the whole bit. And it's just like a boring episode with a B plot about Diana Troy like shitting her pants. Punch him! Me playing Whack-A-Lizard. Smack his pee-pee. Even I smack your pee-pee! In RE3 Remake, they still look dumb, but their armor cracks open and looks really cool when you shoot them. I just think they don't, like, thematically... I mean, Resident Evil also got, like, the sharks, but, like, thematically, I just never feel like the hunters really fit for me. They don't gel. I was never book smart, I'm money smart, makes me more intelligent. 100 man. I gotta learn that whole song. It's in my fucking head now. I thought these were the reptilian Janeways. Me with Threshold. I do get it, though. Like, from a classic standpoint, it makes sense from, like, the 90s games, I guess. From, like, a classic RE3 standpoint, they make sense because Resident Evil pulls from all different types of genre of horror. But also, they're dumb. And maybe that's just me personally. When I like my, like, fat, wet meat monsters, I just prefer them to be fat, wet meat monsters. Right? And when I see a fat, wet meat monster, I think, whoa, that's crazy. That boy got a lot of biomass on here. When I see, like, a lizard guy, I'm like... Where am I? Fucking for Apocalypse 2019? I don't, and not even that really. It's just like the clashing. If they were only like the alligator men, like honestly, I think if the hunters were in any of the Resident Evil games, they would probably fit best in RE7 as like Bayou Boy enemies that were like part crocodile, part reptile. I think that'd probably be the most fitting place for them, right? Bayou Bio Boys. Like honestly, remove the ship segment from RE7. And make it more about a bayou cult. Put the lab in like a swamp shack on stilts and make them a bayou cult. A bayou hazard. Yeah! Change the name of the game from Resident Evil to Biohazard, but call that shit Bayou Hazard. That's basically what RE7 is, though. Oh, guy in the elevator. Ah, no cock. Too smooth. Why don't we did have the sewer gator from 2. 2 has the sewer gator, but the gator makes way more sense in the swamp. That's why I say RE7 for the first like hour is a near perfect game. And then it's all downhill from there. I mean, I talk about this often. Like RE7 is one of my favorite games, but it's definitely all downhill after I want to say the first boss fight with Daddy. After that is where the game starts to fall apart for me because I don't like Marjorie. I don't like the mom and I don't like the son, even though his puzzles are kind of fun. They're like saw trap puzzles. But I guess I just don't, after the first dad fight, I feel like then you have enough stuff for it to not be really a fear or afraid anymore. And then it kind of just falls apart for me, especially at like the ship. That's why I like Village more. Weirdly enough, I like Village more than 7 because 7's first hour is amazing. Nice kick. Leg kick. I like Village more because 7's first hour is amazing. But beyond that, I feel like it starts to just fall apart, especially when you get to the ship, which is just bad, kind of. Aw, shucks, it just kind of sucks. They did front-load 7. Front-loading 7 probably wasn't even on purpose. A reason I love Village more is it explores way more themes of, like, classic horror. And, like, it's kind of a weird love letter to Resident Evil in general in the ways that it do thing. Big shotgun. Huge, even. It's, I don't know, like, 7, amazing rework of Resident Evil, brought it back into scary territory. But I still think Village is better. As an overall experience, anyway. The first hour of 7 is genuinely terrifying, but it's the problem with horror video games, right? Not really a problem, but like a balancing issue with horror video games is, what do you do with the monster after the player has already like killed or gained enough power to be able to fight the monster? How do you keep escalating this to scare the player? Or do you just transition over to full power fantasy? And 7 does that in that after Jack... like Marjorie's section is like, Bug Lady. Anybody afraid of Bug will be very afraid of Bug. And then the son is like, what if we took your stuff away and saw trapped you? Whereas Village I think does it wherein the village itself is very RE4 inspired. The castle is very RE1, RE2 inspired. The Fishman area feels like a little classic RE inspired mix with new RE. And then the Heisenberg areas feel like more modern RE. With like a Dark Soulsian boss fight to throw it all together at the very end. Competently as a full experience, I think I like 8 the most. But 7's first hour is like way better than 8's first hour. You sound just like Jim. Kick, punch. What if I slap you? What if I slap you silly? What if I treat you like my bunching bag? But I mean, yeah, I mean, RE7's first hour is peak. Didn't the baby part in Village actually scare you? It did. I don't like baby noises. When I hear baby, I go, please get it away from me. Giant baby monster freaks the fuck out of me. I mean, nowadays, probably not, but like when I first played it, absolutely. I've become so numb to horror video games in such a short time, dude. It's actually insane, because there was a moment where I was like playing some horror game like a year and a half ago or something, and I was like, what if I just didn't care, right? Where like my brain, part of my brain, like the fight or flight in my brain that makes me immersed in horror video games turned off, and I was just like, what if I just wasn't afraid anymore? And it wasn't like a gradual change, right? It was like a day where I was afraid of any horror video game and I would jump at every jump scare. And it went from that to, what if I just didn't care? What if I just wasn't afraid? And it was like a switch had flipped. What if Backrooms but with 5 Bigfoots? You wake up. The air smells damp and moist. Around you are these yellow walls. The wallpaper is slowly but surely slopping off of the walls. You can hear water dripping in the distance. You yell, hello? Is anyone there? And yet no one answers you. You can't hear anything or anyone, just the sounds of water dripping as you walk around what appears to be an abandoned office complex of some sort. An hour passes by as you explore the rooms, and then you see him, Jeffrey. Hello, sir. The Backrooms butler. Coming January 2025, Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler. And that's how we elevate liminal space. Not with a scary monster, but by putting a guy who's a butler in there. Jeffrey, would you get me some wall wine? Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Yes, sir. Anything for you, sir. Jeffrey, can you tell the shadow people I'll be late to bridge? Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. I'll be right on that, sir. The Backrooms butler will enhance the liminal experience of the Backrooms by giving you a guy who buttles. Jeffrey, could you please, call Marjabelle and tell her I'll be late? Yes, sir. Why, sir? I'm stuck in the ball pit again, Jeffrey, and I can't get out. Absolutely, sir. Would you like your ball pit stick? Yes, Jeffrey. That'd be great, Jeffrey. I'm just thinking about the Backrooms butler. I'm thinking about the idea of just a guy in the back rooms who just helps you. He's just a friendly guy. He buttles out there. The backroom butler, Jeffrey, he buttles. I'd be way more interested in that versus like, I'm here in the back rooms. I got skidamarinked again. Somebody just skidamarinked me. I'm in that fucking house. The demon's taking away the doors and the windows. He making me play with Lego. Skidamarink, scary demon versus Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler. Who wins? Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler, is sweeping the demons. He's just a bud. He's a buddy. He's a friend. How tall is Jeffrey? 7 feet tall. Backrooms butler. 7 foot tall. Backroom butler. Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler. You may be suffering in the backrooms, but when you finally find the elusive Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler in the backrooms, he will give you a Cornish game hen every single day. You get a free turkey every day. He can bring you to the Backrooms shuttlecraft to get you out of there. But if you leave, you have to leave Jeffrey behind. Would you want to leave Jeffrey behind to escape to the comfort of your home? Or would you stay with Jeffrey with unmitigated buttle service, unlimited buttling, or your house? Now, downside, you're in the Backrooms, but upside, you get Jeffrey. Need more positive liminal spaces. Me stuck forever in the giant McDonald's playpen. I'm not leaving. They got free chicken nugget. Butler Jeffrey ERP. No! Don't make Jeffrey a sex thing. Stop this. You're corrupting that pure, innocent Backrooms butler. Parker, get out of the way. Park your keister somewhere else, or I'm going to send you to the doo-doo realm. Putting you in the doo-doo realm, directly in there. That's where you live now. I got to come up with a downside to Jeffrey. Let me... Pro, Backroom butler, get you anything you want. Con, he really likes to tickle you. Now, Jeffrey, stop that. Ah, sir, coochie coochie. Jeffrey, you know I hate this, Jeffrey. I'm sick of this shit. But, sir, coochie coochie coo. There we go. I figured out a downside. Downside to Jeffrey. He loves to tickle. Hey, some people don't like to be tickled. Some people like to be tickled. That may be a pro to you, but a con to somebody else. Okay, all right. Real, you want me to come up with a real negative for Jeffrey here? He has to eat a whole human head once a week. There. You have to find and feed him a whole human head. Are you happy now? Now we got Jeffrey eating a whole human head. This is what you did. I didn't make him racist. Don't make him racist, Brendan. Jeffrey's not racist. We're talking about Jeffrey the Backrooms butler, and now he has to eat a whole human head once a week. Otherwise, he loses it. That just makes him more handsome and mysterious. What, that he eats a whole human head? Ah, handsome and mysterious. Me like you. I love Jeffrey. Big Jeffrey fan right here. Why do you always make your characters cannibals? I don't know. What if they ate people? That'd be fucked up, right? Hey, here's a new character. Blippo the Fun Guy. Oh, Brendan's new guy. Blippo the Fun Guy. What does he do? He loves to bounce and play and have a ball. He'll catch you even if you fall. Oh, but what about the downsides, Brendan? He eats people. Yeah. Yeah, he'll eat you. Yeah, he'll just do it. He'll eat you. Look at this guy. Immediately eaten by Blippo the Fun Guy. That's what happens. He loves to bounce around and play and sing, but he also eats people. It's a reliable hook. What if there was a guy, but he, like, ate you? Fucked up, huh? But what if I ate him? He gonna be like a pineapple. He going to eat you from the inside. Like a slurm worm. Bring back Tickling Jeffrey. Okay, all right. Jeffrey doesn't eat people. He just tickles you. Oh, you know what? Actually, Jeffrey reeks of garlic. How about that? We're thinking of negatives to Jeffrey, the backroom butler. Jeffrey, he eats way too much garlic. He smells of it. It's like porous. It's like crumbing out of his skin. Reeks of garlic. Jeffrey, would you please contain your dank odor? Sorry, sir. I just smell of garlic all day, every day. And you find Jeffrey, and you find Jeffrey, and you find Jeffrey. That's just the name of the butler from Fresh Prince. Jeffrey, can you make me a sandwich? No. But Backrooms butler Jeffrey would say, yes. We're getting really hardcore into the Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler zone. We're like theory crafting way too hard here. Oh, God, what else can we do to Jeffrey? What if I gave him an inflatable ass? I don't know. I'm just thinking here. I'm spitballing here. Oh, hey, no, Parker, I don't want to be in this room. What if I made it so that Jeffrey only listens to hyperpop and he has it on all the time and it's very loud? What if Jeffrey can't help you between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. because he's too busy playing Fortnite? But he won't play with you. He won't play duos with you. The downsides to Jeffrey. Building up lore for the Jeffrey, the Backrooms butler dating sim. Nobody's gonna make that. Nobody should make that. Like Rock Distributor says, Brendan always making some kind of new fucked up guy. Every stream, we got a new fucked up guy. Sorry, sir, I'm listening to Family Guy, Bag of Weed Nightcore. I'll help you out in a moment here, sir. Let me assist you in a moment here, sir. I'm listening to Family Guy, Bag of Weed Nightcore. Speaking of 100 Gex, have you been asked about your tastes in music? Yeah, I like shit. I don't know. It's weird, but I don't have a lot of like, you know how people are like, oh, I like this band and this band and this band and this band. Whenever anybody asks me what like music you like, Brendan, I'm like, I listen to the stuff on Spotify. Cause I'm not the biggest like music listener in the world. So I get stun locked whenever I ask that question, because it's like, what do you listen to, Brendan? What kind of types of music do you listen to, Brendan? I'm like, I listen to shit. I like Lemon Demon. I like Stupid Horse by 100 Gex. I like Death Grips. I like I literally, here's the thing, is I can go through my latest like songs on Spotify. I have no fucking clue. I will go through it right now on stream real quick just to see. Fucking 3 Adventure Time songs were the latest ones I added. A song called Spy. Just a bunch of random shit, a bunch of random Fallout music, a bunch of Spirit Phone, a bunch more Fallout music. Fucking Korn, Bob's Burgers musical. I don't like, literally, I can't tell you. I don't know. I listen to everything. I legit don't have like a favorite band. I guess like if I had to pick like 2 favorite bands, like at gunpoint, I'd probably say Lemon Demon and Anamanaguchi. Because I've listened to Neil Cicierega Lemon Demon since I was in 8th grade. Since I was like a baby. I used to go on to like Albino Black Sheep and like Newgrounds and shit and listen to Ultimate Showdown and Bad Idea and like all of the older Lemon Demon songs. And like when Spirit Phone came out, like lost it, freaked the fuck out. Have you listened to the new 100 Gex album? 10,000 Gex? Oh my god, that's a ludicrous amount of Gex! Holy shit! That's an insane amount of Gek. I couldn't possibly Gek more than maybe 5, maybe 10 Gek. 100 Gek? 1,000 Gek? That's far too many Gek. Yabadoo, yabadoo, yabadabadabadoo, yep, yabadoo. That'd be if Fred Flintstone was, in Zelda. Yep. There a guy in here? Hope there's not a big guy on the other side of this door. That'd be crazy. Oh man, I should open up that door. It'd be really funny if I did that. Oh man, but what if I open up that door? I bet there's a scary guy in there. There couldn't possibly be a scary guy in there. Better not be a scary guy. Ooh, Lumpy. Where's my little beefer? Why are they sending this many guys at you? Because Revelations 1 and 2 are really weird about balancing because they're just very weird games. They're just weirdo games. They're freak games. Parker, literally worthless. I love Parker slowly pointing his gun down at the ground like, I'm gonna get him. Don't worry, Jill. I'll get him. I'm feeling freakular, Jill. Fire at the guy, fire at the guy, fire at... Oh no, too many boys. I'm sucked into this fucking horrible hole. Even Parker's like, what do I do? There's too many guys. Having a fucking field day. He's shaking. He's quaking and he boot. Man's be bootacular, quaking and he boot. Shaking and he boot. I feel like I'm supposed to get the rifle at this point, though, to make this easier. And I didn't get the rifle because I'm fucking stupid, babe. That was a coffee, Brendan. Oh, that was white herb. The famous Resident Evil white herb. It's like adrenaline from Left 4 Dead. It makes you go... Me when I tell the bartender a heartfelt story about the love of my life and losing them. Bartender jumping over to the counter, drop kicking me right in the chest, saying, get over it, freak! Oh, I'm back for Baldman. I came right back for Baldman. John Baldman! Do you remember he? John Baldman 2! John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in office typing on a computer when suddenly he got an email that said that his... from his brother that said that aliens and monsters was attacking the place. So he went. Do you think Batman could beat Jack Baker? Oh, from Resident Evil 7? Yeah, 100%. Okay. Let me ask you this. If we're gonna theorize Batman versus the daddy from Resident Evil 7, couple of questions I have for you because they're very important to the can Batman beat him. Is Batman in the same exact space and place with the same equipment as Ethan Winters? Or does he have access to the full Batman arsenal? Because Batman arsenal, easy. He just freezes him. He throws one of those fucking freezing batarangs at him, freezes him, he's done. Day's over. Like, does Batman have his full toolkit, right? Theoretically. If we're talking theoreticals, if we're talking hypotheticals, if Batman versus Jack Baker, does he have his full toolkit? And then also, what era of Batman or what Batman would you want it to be? Because the answer will be different depending. Arkham Batman, easy. At most of Batman's, if you're talking any Batman post, like, I want to say 1980s, 1970s, he's going to have access to a satellite network, and he's going to see the ship, and he's not even going to walk into the Baker household. He's going to go to the ship first, because why the fuck is there a ship in the swamp? So he's going to go to the ship first, figure out what the fuck happened there, wearing a mask, like, the whole time, like a rebreather the whole time, and then just, like, Batman would be sick. Oh, Bald Man! Sorry, I thought that was Batman. Do you think Bald Man could beat Jack Baker? No. Only really early Batman would lose? Really early Batman would lose because he has the Bat-Poon, and Jack Baker can do nothing to the might of the Bat-Poon. No creature, terrestrial, extraterrestrial, it does not matter not. Batman pulls out the Bat-Poon and he immediately sweeps. The Bat-Poon is broken. The Bat-Poon is too strong. It's too much utility to his kit. Why is Conan O'Brien here? I don't know. He's doing his famous Conan shuffle. When Conan O'Brien says it's Conan time and then he walks into the McDonald's and starts punching the cashiers, I know that I'm about to see some funny shit. Conan! Brendan, the first corn maze started in Pennsylvania in 1993. Not true, actually. In 1874, there was a small stone man who smoothed his way through a cornfield because he was really confused. This small stone man, Blorman? This small stone man would then go on to create the very first corn maze. People would not know where to go. They wouldn't know what to be. Had no idea what they were doing. But that instance wouldn't be remet again until finally 1993 in Pennsylvania. I have so many bullets for my sniper rifle. Call this shit a diaper rifle. Damn, these chairs. I love how everything in this is huge. This is the world's first cruise for only people above 7 foot. Are you 7 foot, sir? Yeah, I'm 7'1". You're allowed on the cruise. What are you, sir? I'm 6'9". Can't come in, sir. World's first cruise for only people 7'1". The world's first tall cruise. What are you, sir? I'm 5'17". You're not allowed in, sir. Damn it! Bungled again. Game was designed with Brendan in mind. That's so fucking rude, Julia. I'm not causing massive psyche damage. Making a cruise ship explicitly for me. Taking out my big fat stompers and just running around the cruise deck, pissing off all the old people. Oh yeah, you're tall. Get owned. I can reach the high shelf anytime I want. I don't even need a stool. Never needed a stool in my life. And don't you dare take that as Brendan's never shit in his life, because that's fucked up and mean. This man has never shit in his life. This man has never pooped. This happened to me on the Impractical Jokers cruise. Me going on the Impractical Jokers cruise. Why do these people keep impractically joking on me? I'm sick of it. I was just trying to eat a cream pie. It wasn't even cream. It was shaving cream. And when are you gonna play Fromunda? Fromunda these nuts. That's such an obvious one. That's such a fucking obvious one. I sound them out in my head now. I knew. You can get me, dread it, run from it, it's all the same. I know I'm aware of all gotchas. Cream pie! I had a banana cream pie in a very long time. I'm like hungry for it now. I have to lull you into a false sense of superiority, then I strike. You have to get me when I'm like at a Brendan 3. I keep talking about it, the scale of Brendan, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all right? And I'm like a Brendan 6 today, maybe a 7. You gotta get me when I'm a Brendan 3. It's the easiest time to get me. I try not to stream when I'm a Brendan 1 or Brendan 2. Like when I'm a Brendan 3, I'll still stream. That's when you gotta hit me. That's when you gotta strike. You can't even kill the fish. Won't even let me scoop the fish out of the koi pond and put them in my whole mouth. This shit's fucked up. He's already is Brendan 1 just normal? No, Brendan 1 is when I'm at my absolute worst. Have you been in an 8 or a higher, Brendan? I've been a Brendan 10 before. You can tell when I'm a Brendan 10. The My House playthrough, if you ever watched that VOD or that stream highlight, or that like stream, the My House playthrough is in fact a Brendan 10. You're more likely to get, a big reason why I started doing the streams later, is because of one factor is I had a couple of friends who were like, hey, these stream times work out better for me, and I want to watch you play silly game. But another reason was I am more likely to be a higher level Brendan. Boob in the ass! Sorry. I am more likely to be a higher level Brendan if I am more awake, i.e., if it's a little bit later, I'm going to be more awake, so I'm going to have a better time getting to a higher level of Brendan, right? So I prefer streaming in the mornings because I know there are some people who love to watch then, but I'm just not awake enough. I'm not there. Like, it takes me a while to kind of fucking rank up in my head sometimes. Need a coin to play these slots. I know where a coin is. Coin in the coin pond. What the fuck? Oh, we made the fish evil. This is so horrible of us. I saw these in a video. I saw them in a video's game. They be land fish. You motherfuckers be hauling ass. Look what I did. I fucking putrefied the koi pond again. Brendan, did you put a bioweapon in the koi pond again? Yeah. Damn it, Brendan. Why'd you putrefy the koi pond like that? Oh, did one of them drop the coin? Oh, my big novelty coin. I thought I saw these in a video called Land Fish Real Proof, Not Fake. They've been putting so much fucking chemical in the water. We've been making 1 million landfish. Real. All right, Brendan, let's say you got a contract from Audible to do a whole audiobook. What would you want to read? Personally, Finnegan's Wake. Let me read just a little bit from Finnegan's Wake for you real quick. It's a great book. Let's see. River on past eaves and Adams from swerve of shore to bend of bay brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Howth Castle and environs. Sir Tristram, Viler de Moors, for over the short sea, had passing Courier ride from North America. On this side, the scraggiest smiths of Europe Minor to wielder fight his pinnaceled war. Nor had top Sawyer's rocks by the stream, O'Connell exaggerated themselves to Lawrence County Gorgios, while they went doubling their mumfer all the time. Nor a voice from a fire bellows mish to tofta, Thort Petrick not yet, though Vinny soon after had a kickseed butt ended a bland old Isaac. Yeah, that's Finnegan's Wake. Yeah, so if I ever got an Audible contract, just let me do Finnegan's Wake, and I'm gonna mispronounce everything, even doubly so. Get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out of here. It's out of order. You're out of order! Me when I say the vending machine is out of order, but the vending machine technician is in the fucking home. He's in the office, and he's pissed off at me. I just wanted a candy bar, and I just wanted to feed my kids and wife. Brendan, do you think Markiplier could beat Jack Baker in a fight? Well, yeah, imbued with psychic energies that Markiplier is imbued with, absolutely. As Markiplier is a being who is imbued with psychic and powerful energy, 100% I think he could beat Jack Baker. You ever sit there Like in your home and you're sitting in your chair and you're comfortable, right? You're like sipping on wine, you're eating cheese off of a platter in front of you. And then in your head, it just starts playing the Baby Geniuses putting on the Ritz clip from the Baby Geniuses movie, or is that just me? Okay. Am I the only person who still thinks about the Baby Geniuses putting on the Ritz sequence when the baby is like dressing up in the tuxedo? If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. The boob lady, she's infected now. Somebody's gonna say wood. Stop that, chat. Stop it. I know you're fucking wood. I'm not gonna be a part of your meta-contagious cerebral hazard by spreading the dark lore, brendaniel. We left the past in the past, it's dead. Give that chat member a little bit of Reddit gold. Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. Listen, tonight you're gonna go to bed. You're gonna have your warm cup of milk, your licensed warm cup of milk from the warm cup of milk store. You're gonna be sitting there in your home in your little bed cap and your little nighty-night pajamas. You're gonna be laying down there, ready for a big and guess what? I'm gonna put a thought in your head before you go to bed. Rum. That's it. That's the word. Rum. When you think of the word rum while you're laying in your bed later tonight, you're going to have a dream. That dream, I'm going to be in that dream, and I'm going to be standing over you, pointing at you, yelling short, 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 short. Doesn't even matter if you're taller than me. I'm going to be 18 feet tall in your dream in the black void surrounding your bed, yelling short, 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 short. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you fight it. It doesn't matter how much you want to fight it. It's going to happen. Putting that little worm in your head. That way, the next time you have dreams, I'm there in the void yelling short. Or you're having a dream about the grocery store, right? You're scanning milk, bread, eggs, cheese. Milk, bread, eggs, cheese. You like work at the grocery store. This is so fucked up. How'd you get a job at a grocery store like that? I don't know. I guess you just work there now, or you already work at a grocery store, but now you do in your dreams. And then I'm gonna walk up to the cash register wearing like a ball cap so you can't tell that it's me. I'm gonna rip the ball cap off and say, hey, it's me. Famous YouTuber, brendaniel. Would you like to sell me some soda pop? I'm gonna put 5 Mountain Dews up on the counter and you're gonna sell them to me. And every single one of them is not gonna scan. And then I'm gonna point at you behind the counter, I'm gonna say, must be free after everyone scans. Must be freaking nice, must be freaking free. It's been literally, I do not remember Dream Warriors. I do not remember most of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Yeah, he did Freddy 1 and Freddy vs. Jason because Freddy winked at the end, meaning Jason was in the dream this whole time. Jason walked away with his severed head, yeah, but Freddy winked. You know what's wild about Freddy vs. Jason? Have I talked about this in a while? Everybody thinks that Jason Mewes is in that movie. Did you know that's one of the Mandela effects that nobody ever talks about? Jason Mewes, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, not in that movie. Completely different stoner guy. Jason Mewes is not in Freddy vs. Jason. It's a weird, it's a different actor. You have like 7 stories and facts and they come up like every month. Well, yeah, I'm a streamer. That's what we do. All right, let me think of a new story. When I was in high school, I used to play airsoft with some friends and I was poor. So I didn't have access to like the cool and fancy guns that my friends did. And it wasn't like we played it professionally with like a bunch of kit and gear. One of my friends had like a big like mechanical airsoft gun, like one of the fancy ones. Another one of them had like a Walmart one, and I had like a cheap Walmart FAMAS. It was like a $20 airsoft gun. It was a piece of shit, and it was barely working, right? So one day we're playing airsoft in the local park, and my FAMAS breaks. But we're gonna play airsoft like 2 weeks later, so I want to be able to play. I get a Nerf gun, and it's not just any Nerf gun. It's a cheap, you know the air pump Nerf guns, the really cheap small ones you get like at the Dollar Tree, or not even at the Dollar Tree, you get them at like checkout, and like the little spacers at checkout, they're like $4. They come with like 3 Nerf darts, and it's the Nerf gun and a couple of Nerf darts, and that's like it. And you pump it up instead of it being like a hook mechanism, it's like an air pressure mechanism, right? So I devised an ingenious way, right, to be able to still play airsoft. I took a pen tube, I emptied the pen tube out, I put the pen tube in the airsoft gun, the little one that pumps up, and I hot glued it and sealed it so that the vacuum that the air created would let me fire airsoft BBs with the same force or an even greater force than the Walmart gun. So I had like 4 of them strapped to my chest, and they took a while to reload. Basically, I invented muskets, mini muskets for airsoft. And they took a while to reload, but I had 4 of them braced up against my body whenever we played. And so whenever I got caught by somebody and they were about to shoot me, I would pull them out and just drop them. Was it the same one you used in the zombie tag story? It was. I came up with that idea in high school. I handmade an airsoft blunderbuss. There's a new, fresh story from the brendaniel pit. I mean, the zombie story is how I met my wife. Boom. Me when bomb real, when bomb happened. Sick of the boob lady. Put the boob away. I have not heard the zombie story before. God, you guys want all my silly stories. Listen to the podcast. All right, so when I was, I'll just pause this. When I was in college, I was part of this group called like FAK. It was like FAK. It was like Fun Administration Association, something like that. It was like a funny acronym. And our job was to come up with fun events to do around the college. I was started by one of my friends. So as part of this organization, we came up with like, hey, let's do a humans versus zombies. Humans versus zombies is an event where whoever participates, you start off with one zombie. They chase you around. You wear a headband if you're a zombie, an armband if you're a human. The goal is to tag you. The zombies tag you, and then you're infected for the whole event, right? So we picked our head zombie. We were all wearing our armbands. The head zombie, you could not, here are the rules though. You could not interrupt classes with it, and you could not go into somebody's dorm room as a zombie to infect them. Those were safe spaces. So hallways and parking lots, hallways in the dorms, not in the school, and parking lots were where you zombie attacked. And zombies would have a cooldown if they got shot with a Nerf gun. Zombies would have a cooldown if they got shot with like a Nerf gun. Basically so that you would have to wait for a respawn. So the gist of the story is I, on the first day, get tagged out by the alpha zombie. I'm the second zombie tagged, right? And I'm pissed because like I had my little airsoft gun contraption that I had built for the zombies that I was going to hit one of my friends with. And I was pissed off. I was mad. I did not want to be a zombie that early. So I devised a plan. My plan was I was going to start gathering zombies, and I was going to basically set up patrols for the zombies as a sort of like alpha zombie, even though I wasn't the alpha zombie. So I devised patrols, and we started just getting people left and right. Like there were about 80 to 100 people participating. The first day we wiped out half of them. Half of them were zombies. End of the first night. I'm walking through the hallways at like 8 to 9 p.m. because we have to stop playing by 11 on each of the 3 days. I'm walking through the hallways and I'm going, my wife, my now wife, did not date her at the time, is in her dorm room with two of her friends. And they're like hiding in the dorm room and they're like, shit, we got to go get vending machine snacks. So they send one of them out there, and I see my now wife, Shelby. She is outside of the hallway trying to get to the vending machine in the dorm room to get snacks. I scream, I go, "Whoa!" And I like run really fast at her, and she goes, oh shit! And she like runs back into her dorm room, slams her hip up against the doorknob, gets inside. I go inside the room, I apologize. She got a big bruise on her hip because I scared the shit out of her. And then I like hung out with her for a little while there. The next like 2 days, incrementally, the zombie patrols I set up playing humans versus zombies wiped out the human population. The only people who survived were the people who cheated. There were a group of nerds who stayed in their dorm room all 3 days, didn't even go to their classes just because they wanted to win. They were playing it competitively. So like, oh, we just stay in the safe zone the whole time. They would order pizza and they wouldn't leave their room even to go to class. Imagine being competitive about that. So yeah, essentially I rose up as the zombie king because I was so fucking mad, and that's kind of how I like met my wife for the first time. I was pissed off. Do the scream again. I was doing that all through the hallways, scaring people. I mean, imagine hearing that at full volume in the hallway, and like the lights are out, and then just a 6'5" guy fucking screams and runs at you. He goes, and then I don't know, Shelby and I mean, when we first started dating, it was because I was, that was like a month before I think we first started dating. I was, trying to, and like, courting, I guess, this girl who I like got to a point where, and originally, like, back in college, I had a long distance relationship with my girlfriend from high school, and we broke up, because it wasn't working out and we were just too different, after like a year of long distance, and it wasn't working. So We broke up. I had a small crush on Shelby because I had seen her like walking around the college. And I was like, she's really cute. She a cute lady. But I was trying to date this other girl, and it got to a point with this other girl where I was so hyper obsessed, where I was borderline like losing my mind. I was texting her in haiku, writing her poetry, buying her flowers and leaving them on her car. Like, I was doing everything that I could like think of. And she was like slightly interested, but she also was not over her ex. And it got to a point where like she didn't like Snapchat me in a day, and I started feeling sick. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm like this obsessed. I need to stop. So I like flushed my body of these vibes and feelings about her. In like a day, I realized I had like gone too far in my head about how much I had liked her. And so I'd like, no thank you. About a day or two later, after this like full flush, one of Shelby's friends is like, hey, today is Shelby's 21st birthday. She really likes you. She has a crush on you. You should hang out with her after she gets home from the bars. So Shelby gets like wasted at the bars, comes home. Rachel like sets us up. Her friend Rachel sets us up, and we just cuddle through the night. Shelby wakes up and it's like, mine. Points at me and says, mine. And then the next day, I literally move into her dorm with her, and I've lived with her for the last 10 years. It's like for me, I found the love of my life. For her, sometimes I wonder if it's just like I found this weird dog that likes me. Me and my wife have lived together for the last 10 years. There's been at no point in our whole relationship have we not lived together, because we're weirdos. Love her to death. She makes me a better person, and she also takes care of me when I'm in poop brain. So I wasn't wasted. Thank you and I didn't point and say mine, you weirdo. You totally did point and say mine. You did. Shelby's trying to make Shelby's trying to make herself seem like less of a weirdo. My wife is damage controlling in the chat. So, when are they going to do Freddy Fazbear at 30,000 feet? When are we going to get Freddy Fazbear at 30,000 feet? 20,000 leagues under the Freddy Sea. I'm waiting. Is lasagna a cake? Yes, it's a meat cake. You know what's great about the conversations of is a hot dog a sandwich, is a taco a sandwich? Yes, because words don't matter and language is all made up anyway. And I know that's like the cop-out answer, but at the end of the day, that's just the way it is. Lasagna is whatever you want it to be. You want to say lasagna is a sandwich? Go for it. You want to see lasagna as a pie? Go for it. Who cares?